Israel. Oh, Israel. Israel. Ooh, Israel. Ooh, Israel. Rebule Sando. Rebule Sando. Oh, Israel. Rebule Sando. Israel. Rebule Sando. Yarabe. Rebule seke yabo yekwe yabo. Rebule yisandebo Yisrael. Musanta labe yakebo Yisrael. Musanta labe yakebo Yisrael. Sondorobo yanderebo sandebo Yisrael. Kuriboshinta labe sandebo Yisrael. Sandebo sandebo Yeriboseke Kurila yendebo Yeriboseke Kurila yendebo Monsanta la bebe Kurila bayanta la buyanterebo Bushanta la be Yereba yantabo Yisrael Ikorobesundele mahanta la boyanderebo Sandabo Inorobo Sekeyabo Sandabo Yisrael Shundorobo Lima Sende Sareboleyao Oh Yerebo Seke Murilebo Shandayao Please Ikoribo Shantalabe Don't give up Know that you are not alone in the battlefield. Rico Shantala bebe Idorobo Santa Yabo. All that you need. No Sike Yaburi Lama Hantalabo. Yerebule Sandebo. Oh, Yerebule Sandebo. That is all you need. Remo Santa Labu Yendaba Rekuseke Yabe Oh Yendabo. That is all you need. Kushandolo Be Oh no, that you are not alone in the battlefield. It's for you to know who is right there for you. That is the mighty man battle. Rebo Shandalabe is Yahuwah, and you know that is Yahuwah, and you simply know that Ikorobo Shandalaya is the mighty man in battle. Don't give up. Bule Santa la beyendabo Buseke bule yande yendabo Moseke rebu sante leba Oh yendabo Rebo shandala bebe Kurila bahantala babo Idorobos klima hantala be Kanimonde Nerekos klibo forgot Anansi baby Kalamoda Iborobosike ya Dan Shantalaba Ierebaskili Maho Kane Emoda Iboroboskili Mahan Talabo Kalamoda Iborobos Talabo Ierekuskili Baba Forget Anansi baby Erebosundele Mahan Talabo Yendebo Even though she forgot the Morodo Santa Yabao, even though she don't remember Ikorobo Hinarabo Yendepo, Yahuwah said, you are the apple of his eye. You are always in his heart. You are not alone. Morebo senterebo, stand strong. Kurila bayanderebo, sundeleyo, eno. Imberado shandalaba, anarekos kilebo suntelebo yante. Orebo sundelebo yante. Orebo sundelebo yante. Orebo sundelebo yante. All heaven is coming for you. All heaven is coming for you. No shandala bebe kurila bayan tolobo yenderebo. Imo sekerebo borule shantalabo. Yeah. If Yahweh be for you, who can be against you? If Yahweh be for you, who can be against you? If Yahweh say yes, who can say no? Yerebaskaya baba baba. Yuraba shantalabo Israel. It's all about you. It's all about you. Yahweh said it's all about you. Yahshua said it's all about you. Ruach HaKodesh said it's all about you now. The crown of glory is yours. Only stand strong. Victory is yours. Only stand strong. The battle is Yahuwah. Only stand strong and take your place. In order to say, Keburikaya Narabo, Yenterabo, yes, Israel. Reba, Sadebo, Rebo, Seke. Israel, Requesendereba, Yanderebo, and Mushandalaberi Koribo, Yantalabo, Requesendereba, Yanderebo, and Mushandalaberi Koribo, Yantalabo, Mosekeribo, Ribo, Shantalabe, Yantalabu. Happy hand Israel is wait for you. Happy hand Israel enough for you. Neshantala bebe kurila bayantalobo yantalobo. And your mouth will overflow. We praise this. We will praise it. You will praise Yahuwah. Oh yes, Yahweh, you praise Yahuwah and the boss Kayabayabahi. Yantulubu Yahuwah, Yantulubu Yahuwah, oh Yantulubu, hey.
Greetings to the 12 tribes of Yisrael scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the name of Yahuwah. Shalom, family, and much love, and much prosperity attend you. For you are the reason of our time like truth, because the time is simply near. Just as we see the days goes by, and so draw nigh the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach. Just as the Malach of Yehukanah said, just as the Malach of Yahuwah said unto Yehukanah, the Revelator sealed not the prophecies of this book, for the time is simply near. And how so near is the time? A step again to the door. Exactly what we are doing here, family, decode the end times, prophecies, signs, and dreams in preparing people by the house for the return of King Yahushua HaMashiach, our eternal bridegroom, and to whom due all glory, worship, exaltation, acclamation, honor, wealth, power, riches, to the glory of his magnificent Father Yahuwah the Almighty, and to the Ruach HaKodesh, the very ablaze one, the forever pure energy, and the DNA of Abba Yehovah. I bless you, Father, for your terror. It is in the company of the wicked that is trying to silence your praise. You have been worshipped eternally in the temple of your handmaid. All right, now you heard it and I heard it. Everyone heard the sound of the trumpet, and that is the glory of the trumpet. Wherever the trumpet is being sounded, you are waking everyone. Everyone is alert. Okay? Like I always love to say, trumpet or sound precedes every single movement of Abba Yehovah. That he has never ever uttered the secret. That before he brings it into reality, before he causes it to happen, it will first of all send forth his servant to make it known, so that nobody will be having any excuses to let you and me know that which he has said in Exodus 34 verses 10 is about to happen. That must be said, to say today. It is Anukai. The glory of the Anukai. That is what we want to look into today. And the glory of Anukai, it is Yahushua HaMashiach. Anukai simply means dedication. Okay? And King Yahushua dedicated his temple right back to his father. And he celebrated this very feast. Okay? He is our example to follow. He did it, and I'm doing it as well. All right now. What is next now on board? It is that the Son of the Most High is about to come. We are preparing the way for our bridegroom to come and sub with us. The Ruach HaKodesh says something. He has already said it before. He's repeating it again. Let him that have ear hear what he has said before. Do you have an ear to hear? Is your ear being circumcised? Is it being given to the dragon, the serpent? Where is your ear? Because the Ruach HaKodesh make it so clear that people is going to be hearing the voice of the dragon, the dragon. Well, they are going to be saying they are hearing the voice of Yehovah. The voice of Yehovah contain not iniquity. Never. When you hear his voice, you must hear his voice through the royal law. He can communicate with you through the Babylonians, Sunday, Christmas, it's not that. January 1st, Lovers Day, paying tithe for money, sowing seed for money, it's not there. Oh, all right. Okay. Do you have an ear to hear? Kindly hear. The signs of the last days. It says something powerfully right here.
I used to believe that Watchman, Yahoo, and Deborah did not pay me to do the intro for White It Out 4 to deceive the masses. The true Israelites are the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and Native Americans scattered throughout the earth. The Judah team has an agenda to make all the tribes Hamite. Matthew 24:4 says, "To take heed that no man deceive you."
Hey guys, the gig is up. I'm not the real Jesus. As a matter of fact, the fella's name wasn't even Jesus. He had a Hebrew name. There wasn't a letter J until a few hundred years ago. With that being said, I have fooled the whole world into the biggest sham of all time. The name and identity of the real fella has been taken over by me. There are thousands of paintings of Jesus, and they don't even come close. Jesus was the creation of the Roman Catholic Church, which served to replace the real fella who probably looked more like Morgan Freeman. But
Jesus, they play wayo. And some people never know. Some people, they never know that Jesus, they play wayo. And some people never know that Jesus, they play wayo. That Jesus, they play wayo. Jesus, they play wayo. And some people never know. The Christian don't never know. The Islam never know that Jesus, they play wayo. Moseke isalabo. Jesus just they play wayo. He the lie, he they deceive people. Yerebo, yerebo, yerebo. And some people never know that Jesus they lie, lie, lie. Oh. Jesus they play wayo. And still some people they call him their savior. That they call him. His father, his savior, his brother. Oh, he never say oh. Oh. Never say pig is unclean. Jesus is a pig. Oh, enough. Look at him. This is Jesus, okay? Jesus in Latin, when you take Jesus back to Latin, simply means earth pig. Unclean till the Bible wonders against. Alright? That's what I want to see right now. In the temple of Yehovah, what has been again? And prior to this, I got a precept. Revelation 12:9, like you know already. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent. A footnote, okay? Called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Alright, now follow me, okay? Just watch me. And click on your brain. Your brain needs to be receptive. Okay, that old serpent is the phrase. So right now we are going to see the old serpent. Alright, now let us do some cross-checking over here. Because what was the phrase over there? Revelation 12:9. That old serpent was the phrase. Okay. The royal law make it so clear. Let him that have wisdom calculate. We have been calculating. We did it already by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh. And that is what we are bringing out today. He that have wisdom, he should calculate. The old serpent is the word. Okay, now. Here I am, Quran. You know, some Muslims, they are so much ashamed of this very Quran. They will try to cover it up. Or they will try to say that is not what it's saying in Arabic. They are so. Because I can't imagine this. I can't just imagine it, So some will try to twist it and say that is not what is written in Arabic. That is not true, okay? Yes, you have to be ashamed of the so-called Allah because he's the old serpent. Makkah in Arabic simply means someone that is skilled or a twister or a deceiver. Due to this very statement, this Makkah over here that is being called Makkah in Arabic, in English, when it's being translated, it makes someone that is skillful somebody. But due to this segment over here, not that Allah is skillful in creating the whole world, or Allah is so skillful or in making things new. No, due to this segment over here in this context, it has to do with someone that is deceiving somebody. That is the word over there in Arabic, Makkah. Simply means someone that is skillful or skilled or a deceiver. That is the word. You can twist it anyhow you want to twist it. Islam, like I always love to say, I don't care. Reaching out to the truth or chasing after the truth I don't really care whose feelings is hurt. I'm so careless. This thing is going to do just two things for you, Islam. If you are being hurt, these are the two things he needs to do for you. If you are being hurt, means talking about the wickedness of Allah, therefore get life and repent and throw that garbage in the dustbin. Or in the other side, if you are being offended, just get your gun or your sword or your knife and come after me, as your Quran told you, in order to acquire 72 virgins. Okay? So I don't care. Hear me out. All right, now here we are. Quran, Surah 3:54. And they, the unbelievers. So here is this. Here is the full context of this saying. And the unbeliever planned to deceive. That word deceive over there in Aramaic is simply mean manka. Or mark. Yeah, marka. Plan to deceive. And Allah plans to deceive the unbelievers. And Allah is the best of deceivers. Alright? That old serpent. Then I take the two witnesses from Quran as well, 9:99. Quran, Surah 9, Surah 7:99. Are they then saved from Allah's deception? No one feels safe from Allah's deception, except those that are perishing. In another words over there, they said, except those unbelievers that does not believe in Quran. You see, unbeliever knows better that Allah is a deceiver. That is why they refuse to believe Allah. You know, in codedly, that's what Allah is saying. Anyone that will not believe Quran will be saved from his deception. Okay, the royal law make it so clear. Out of two or three witnesses, testimony shall be established. Before we proceed, let me give the third witnesses. This is from Quran. This is not hadith, no, but Quran. A circle word, direct word from the mouth of Allah. Here I am, Quran, Surah 8, verses 30. And remember, when the unbeliever plots deception against you, O Muhammad, to imprison you or kill you or expel you, they plot deception, but Allah also plot deception. And Allah is the best of all deceivers. Sometimes makes me laugh. Okay, now there is excuse me. Here is this very one of the top 10. Muhammad guaranteed paradise. I think they call him Abu Bakr. Muhammad, a father-in-law. He said in some hadith that even though he stepped one of his feet in the paradise, he says, he said still, I will still be very much afraid of Allah's deception. Abu Bakr, Islam, you know him? These are one of the 10. Muhammad guaranteed paradise. But this man has said in his written, even though I put one of my feet already in the paradise of Allah, he said, still I'm still going to be much afraid, you know, of Allah's deception. That is why they are so much ashamed. They will say, no, it doesn't reach so. Marker in your Arabic, that is what he said, is skillful or to deceive. You see, this is the written name of Allah. What did you notice over there? This is a snake for the snake. You see, this is the written name of Allah. You see this. Here is the head of a snake. And here is the sword to behead. And this is exactly what John saw. This is the written name of Allah in Arabic. This is how Allah is being written in Arabic. And here is a snake. The old serpent. Here is a snake. You see the knife over there? We are calculating. That is the point, you see, with the crown. And here is the head of a snake. And exactly this is how Allah is being written in Arabic. Wherever you found them, behold them. You see the head of a snake, but this is the written name of Allah. And you see the knife soaked with the blood. You know the red dragon? You know, that red over there is being soaked with the human blood. Because it's the dragon. You see? Tell me. That old serpent. So this is how Islam, you cannot deny this. Not at all. We see the head of a snake and we see the knife over there. Very close to Allah's head. And this is the name of Allah in Arabic, and this is how Allah is being written. You cannot also deny this, okay? That old serpent that deceived the whole world. Notice something now. We are going to the very snake itself. Rabba kurila basende. Rabba kurila bayende. Rabbo suli bayende o. Ye kurila bayende bo. Rabbe suli bashantala o. Rabbe kurila bayende. Rabbe suli boyeke. Oh, I see something under heaven. Do you notice the written name of Allah? And do you notice the snake? You see the hair, you see the tail, and the knife beside the name of Allah, with very close to the head of the snake, just as Allah is being written in Arabic. The best of all deceiver, that great dragon that deceived the whole world. That old serpent, he said, that dragon that deceived the whole world. That old serpent, he said, the great dragon that deceived the whole world. That old serpent is the phrase. Old, where is their old origin? Genesis 3. Here is the serpent and here is Allah. This is how Allah is buried in Arabic. And Quran confirms that Allah is the best of all deceiver. Here I am, Matthew 24:24. For they shall arise false messiahs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, in as so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. That is what we are doing right here. The very elect, the Israel and the chosen Gentile as well. We are doing this for you. You are the reason for this, okay? Not to make fool of anybody. Yes, we are making fool of Allah, making fool of Jesus, and their ghost fire. But there is no fire at all, rather ghost blood. Your ghost fire, you are calling it, is no fire at all. It is blood. You see, the red dragon is soaked with blood. It didn't say that dragon was fire. No, rather it was that red dragon. Red, what makes him red now, is soaked with human's blood. Therefore, your ghost fire, it is your blood, a ghost blood. Okay, it's sucking. Yes, they shall eat their own flesh, and they shall drink their own blood as on the sweet wine. But Jehovah, he is eating his children. And Allah, the consummation of all things, the final abomination of desolation, is about to be revealed. And your Jesus in Allah, in Islam, this is it. Because the dragon is he's going to handle his authority to Jesus. So when Jesus revealed in Quran, it's going to be disastrous. The Christendom is the spiritual mark of the beast. Everything must be done in the spiritual before it comes to the physical. Out of the abundance of our mouth speaketh. Out of the abundance of spiritual wickedness, then we see the physical manifestation. Islam is the physical manifestation of this old serpent. Christianity, they are the spiritual. They prepared the way already for this old serpent to deceive the whole world. You see how it's been done. This is Jesus the Jesus, the four-footed beast. You exchange the image of the incorruptible Abba Yehovah for, to be likened unto corruptible man, as Romans 1:20-32 said. This is Jesus, the four-footed beast. You see, you said you know how to lie. Take it tithing for money. You say you know how to lie. Take it money for planting of seed. You say you know how to lie. Keep it Babylon, keep it Sunday, Christmas, your New Year, your Father Day, your Mother, all those nonsense. Just wait for Allah is coming to teach you how to be, top liar. You are just a baby before Allah. That old serpent. You just wait for Allah. He's almost here. Allah hates, you keep it the royal law. He don't like it. As he said in Sahih Muslim 26:87. Muhammad said, Allah said through Muhammad that if you were a generation that does not sin, Allah will wipe you out, destroy you, and create other generation that will sin, that he might forgive them. Okay? And what is sin? Simply mean breaking the royal law. And Christianity, you must break all the truth you knows about the royal law, the 5 unique truths in you. Allah is coming for that. You cannot drop some and keep some. You believe that Messiah is almighty. You believe that he died. You believe that he was buried. You believe that he was resurrected. You believe that he's a son of Yehovah. Let me not go ahead of myself. We are going to look into that now, as we are discussing the feast of Hanukkah, or the festival of light. I just want to quickly show you something. And Jesus also gave me a message for you, okay? Jesus knows how to abolish things. He said, no, he once told you that he's going to fly you into the sky, where you will fly away from the anti-Messiah. He said he abolished it. He has already abolished it, okay? No more flying into the sky. He said, I should tell you now you are going to be converted into Islam, okay? I once said that, of course, said Jesus, but I changed my mind. Right now you are going to convert to Islam. No more flying into the sky. Said your Jesus, because he always abolished things. Shabbat is perpetual. No more is not perpetual. The biblical New Year is perpetual. Now it's no more perpetual. All the feast was once perpetual. Now they are no more perpetual. He take away the real thing and now give you Babylonia. Right now is going to also take those Babylonia away from you and give you the most difficult Babylonia. The Sharia law is right here for you. You say you know how to lie. Allah is the grand master of all liar. He says so. Mishmekan and people here who are in the heavenly courtroom of Abba Yahuwah with this breathful, powerful message. In fact, it is again, it simply makes a resurrection. Titled for you and me, the feast of Hanukkah. It is cleanse your temple and turn on the light. The feast of Hanukkah. It is cleanse your temple and turn on the light. Okay, so this is what we like. Of course, it is already 6 o'clock. That is sundown. Biblical time clock. A new day begins 6 o'clock. Okay, you can see that in Genesis chapter 1. It said that the first day were evening and morning. So evening always begins the biblical, day. The 12 hours of the night begins 6 in the evening, while the 12 hours of the day begins 6 in the morning. When you go to John 11, you are going to see it over there when Messiah said, are there not 12 hours of the day? And when you also go to Acts of Apostles chapter 2, you are also going to also see from the mouth of Apostle Kepha when he said it is still 3rd hour of the day. You see, that was 9 o'clock. Some translation will say 9 o'clock, and some will say 3rd hour of the day. And when you also go to Matthew 27, you are also going to see from the 6th hour to the 9th hour, darkness cover the land. The 6th hour is 12 o'clock in the noon, while the 9th hour it is 3 o'clock. Okay, between the two evening. So the day of Abba Yahuwah begins right 6 in the evening, sundown. So we are already sundown. We are already in the feast of Hanukkah. Hanukkah simply means dedication. Rededicate back your temple unto Yahuwah, and great deliverance took place on this very feast. The feast of Abba Yahuwah, altogether they are all 9 feasts. Altogether, they all go with powerful deliverance. There is nothing like just eating meat. No, it did something remarkable. That is what we want to see today. That as soon as you be a partaker of this feast, the anointing that breaks that yokes will descend on you. And this is what we want to look into today, because this feast of Hanukkah has been prophesied by prophet Daniel in Daniel chapter 9, 10, 11. It's all about this feast. How the soul-time Messiah, the very anti-Messiah, will come and ravage the temple and set in an abomination of desolation. As soon as he prophesies it, And this event really took place. That was why Messiah re-echoes it again in Matthew 24. That way you see the abomination of desolation be set in the temple of Yehovah and spoken by the prophet Daniel. He said, let the reader understand. So that you want to look into this commemoration of this feast today, bring about powerful deliverance that we are still celebrating from year to year as we've been commanded. So right now, before we go unveil this very wonderful, powerful lesson, we are going to take a deep off, my father, or we are going to set the stage with the royal law. Deborah, 32, 1 to 4. That is Deuteronomy. I want to be used to my father's language. Deborah. Here I am. Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth. The words of my mouth, my doctrine, shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass, because I will publish the name of Yehovah, ascribe ye greatness unto our Elohim. He is the rock. His work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment. A Elohim of truth, and without iniquity, just and right is he. Yes, Father. Yes, Abba. Lema shante olamu deibo. Lema shante olamu deibo. Lema shante olamu deibo. Yehovah. Lema shante olamu deibo. Your fast will bring you the wave of free. Yes, we do. Your fast will bring you the wave of free. Lema shante olamu deibo. Hey. Lema shante olamu deibo. Lema shante olamu deibo. Yehovah. Your fast will bring you the wave of free. Let's take a deep breath into what is the royal law for. Point 1. It functions as a sacred marriage covenant between Yehovah and his people Yisrael. Point 2. It outlines how the marriage would function. Its stipulation are what makes it a happy and a fruitful marriage. Point 3. Its precept describe how the marriage would function. Point 4. Its word pictures tells what marriage life would be like. Point 5. Its judgment describe how each of the partners would relate to each other. Point 6. For either party to violate this agreement violate the marriage itself. Point 7. For the groom promise never to violate it because the groom is Abba Yehovah. He don't have the appetite to do that. He has never ever broken his word. That is the guarantee that you and me have today. That is what I hear and amen forever. That is what we can say we are saved. We are saved. No, today Shabbat is perpetual. Tomorrow is no more perpetual. We are not. That is not who we are dealing with. We are dealing with Almighty Yehovah. That is word, a yea and amen eternally. That is whom we are dealing with. Jesus is not whom we are dealing with. Allah is not whom we are dealing with. Our rest is not found on Friday, neither on Frig Day, neither on Sunday. Our rest is being found on the Shabbat. We are right there. So right now, we have a long chapter to read. I want to read to you here. That is the meaning of this evil message. I want you to hear it. What happened over there? Because Messiah re-echoed this very feast. And this very battle is going to happen in the last days. He re-echoes it. Let him that read understand what the prophet Daniel said. He re-echoes it because he said that abomination of desolation is coming right back again. So we are going to see how they said the first abomination of desolation right in the altar of Yehovah. And what took place over there? It is the picture of Sota Mashiachs. Okay? Mashiach. Not Mashiachs. Mashiach, only one. So right now, let's not do that. So right now, let us get started. What is Hanukkah? Hanukkah is one of the most amazing revelations of the end times of any holiday given by Abba Yehovah. Anyway, in the royal law, right from Genesis way down to Revelation, There are many end times of things, okay? But Hanukkah is the most specific end times revelation, probably the most exact, where is it? The most exact, precise revelation of what is going to happen in these end times, and also the strategy how to overcome the anti-Messiah. So in totality, what is Hanukkah? In the year 165 BCE, our forefathers got a victory and freedom from pagan sun god worship called Jesus, which is Jesus today, okay? Okay, now, where is it? Rededicate the once profaned temple back to Yahuwah. So in commemoration, we have been commanded to celebrate it year after year, just like other biblical holy feasts. It is turned on the light. Exodus 27:20. It said the light of the temple or the menorah should it go down for a second. It said it should keep burning night and day. You will see it over there. It is turned on the light, okay? It is cleansing of your temple, okay? So we are going to read the book of Maccabees, chapter 1 way down to chapter 4. This book, it is awesome, and it is our property. So that's why we don't play games with any of them. Even though this bastard Constantine, the founder of Christianity, threw out all this book, we are in search of them, and we are getting them all one by one. So right now, the verses is very long, so you're gonna bear with me. Very, very long, okay? All this 4th chapter, the last verses is about I think 60 or 50 something or 60. They are so long, but it is very amplified, very powerful. So let's get started. So bear with me, family. It is for your cleansing, and we are going to see even the author of life, the Messiah. You yourself also claim celebrate this feast because he brought about the deliverance of this feast, okay? Hanukkah is the 8th feast of 9 biblical feasts. And again, for a woman, to give birth in December, that simply means she took in seed on your March, the month you call March. For a woman to deliver or to bring about a baby in December to put to bed, that simply means she took in seed in the month of your March. There you get 9 months. We all know, the people of the book, that our Messiah was being birthed in the Feast of Tabernacle, the royal successor. Okay, even some of the Christians they knew that he was never been birthed. In fact, almost all Christian pastors knew he was never been birthed December 25th. That is a pure lie. Okay, the day he was being birthed is in the feast. That is the Feast of Tabernacle. That is the day heaven tabernacle with man. That was the day the presence of Abba Yahweh surfaced in body here on earth. Okay, that he came to fulfill. Okay, he's ministering unto you and me through the feast, and it is powerful. So in order for Messiah to be birthed in the Feast of Tabernacle, that simply means this is the feast Messiah was be pregnant. This is the very feast angel Gabriel appeared to Maria and plant in the seed by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh. This is the very day Maria, the blessed mother of our Savior, took in seed. We are in the 25th of the biblical 9 months, a month. Okay, so Messiah was being birthed in the Feast of Tabernacle. So actually, this was the very day, even though it was not today, but it was the very day. 9 months 25th, Messiah was being pregnant with this was the day, okay, in Luke chapter 1. Because for him to be birthed in the Feast of Tabernacle, that simply means now is the day. Of course, is the light of the world. That is what we're going to look. That is what we want to look into. Is the light of the world, and this feast is being called the Feast of Hanukkah, or the Festival of Light, because the light in the temple once went off by the wickedness of the light, and this is the very day the light was being turned again, right in the temple, and the light that lighting the whole world. This is the very day he entered into the world, into the womb. Okay, about to be surfaced. So here we start. Bear with me. It is a very long, verses. The first book of Maccabees. I read. Now it came to pass after that Alexander, the son of Philip the Macedonian, who first reigned in Greece, coming out of the lands of Settim, had overthrown Darius king of the Persia and Medes. He fought many battles and took the stronghold of all, and slew the kings of the earth. And he went through even to the ends of the earth, and took the spoil of many nations, and the earth was quiet before him. And he and he gathered a power, and he gathered a power and a very strong army, and his heart was exalted and lifted up, and he subdued countries of nations and princes. They became tributaries to him. And after these things he fell down upon his bed and knew that he should die. And he called his servants, the nobles that were brought up with him from his youth, and he divided the kingdom among them while he was yet alive. You can see Daniel chapter 8 for this. This is the Goth Empire we are talking about here. And Alexander reigned 12 years and he died. They call him Alexander the whatever. But to me, you are Alexander the nonsense. See Daniel chapter 8 for that. And his servants made themselves kings, everyone in his place. And they all put crowns upon themselves after his death, and their sons after them. Many years and evils were multiplied in the earth, and there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus the illustrious. This Antiochus, this is from where anti-Messiah come, the little horn. Check Daniel chapter 7 and 8 over that. Okay, the little horn. Antiochus Epiphany simply means or Epiphany, the revealed one. Antiochus Epiphany, the revealed one, as in the revealed, God. I'm going to use God because you are not might. 9:11. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus the illustrious, the son of King Antiochus, who had been a hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. Yeah. In those days there went out of Israel wicked men, and they persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are around about us. For since we departed from them, many evil have befallen us. This is where the compromise and anti-Messiah cannot have his room or his free way into the Holy Land. Yeah. Enemies of a man begins in his household. They brought about it. And the war seemed good in their eyes. 14. And some of the people determined to do this and went to the king, and he gave them license to do after the ordinances of the Gentile. And they built a place of exercise, entertainment. Are you not seeing entertainment in the church, in the Christendom, whatever coven they are calling church or coven? Entertainment program. Eh? I can't believe that. Entertainment right in the house of Jehovah. Comedy. Huh? And they built a place of exercise in Jerusalem according to the law of the nation. And they made themselves, purposes, and departed from the holy covenant and joined themselves in the hurting, and were so to do evil. And the kingdom was established before Antiochus, and he had a might to reign over the land of Egypt, that he might reign over 2 kingdoms. And he entered into Egypt with a great multitude, with chariots and elephants and horsemen, and a great number of ships. And he made war against Ptolemy, king of Egypt. But Ptolemy was afraid at his presence and fled, and many were wounded unto death. And he took the strong city of the land of Egypt, and he took the spoils of the land of Egypt. And after Antiochus has ravished Egypt in the 143rd year, he returned and went up against Israel. And he went up to Jerusalem with a great multitude, and he proudly entered into the sanctuary and took away the golden altar and the candlestick of light and all the vessels thereof, and the table of proposition, and the pouring of vessel, and the vial, and the little measure of gold, and the veil, and the crown, and the gold ornament that was before the temple, and he broke them all in pieces. This is where he now anti-destroy. You know, there wasn't no more anything good in the temple. He destroyed them all, and he took the one he wants to take. Now verse 24. And he took the silver and gold and precious vessels, and he took the hidden treasures which he found, and when he had taken all away, he departed into his own country. 25. And he made a great slaughter of men and spoke very proudly. You can see Daniel 11 for that. Very proudly. And there was great mourning in Israel, in every place where they were. And the princes and the ancient mourned, and the virgins and their young men were made feeble, and the beauty of the woman was changed. Every bridegroom took up lamentation, and the bride that sits in the marriage bed mourned, and the land was moved for the inhabitants thereof, and all the houses of Jacob was covered with confusion. And after 2 full years, the king sent the chief collector of his tributes to the country, to the cities of Yehudah, and he came to Jerusalem with a great multitude, and he spoke to them peaceably. You can also get this from Daniel 11, peaceably, by flatterings. Peaceable word in deceit, and they believed him. That is deceiver. Allah himself, the greatest. The dead man and the old serpent. And they believed him. And he fell upon the city suddenly, after they had believed him, and he fell upon the city suddenly and struck it with a great slaughter, and destroyed much people in Israel. And he took the spoils of the city and burnt with fire, and threw down the houses thereof, and the walls thereof, and ran about. And they took the women captive, and the children, and the cattle, their possession. And they built the city of David with a great and strong wall, and with a strong tower, and made it a fortress for them. And they placed there a sinful man, wicked men, and they fortified themselves therein, and they stirred up Ammon and ventures, and gathered together the spoils of Jerusalem. You know, that also took place, I think, 2 Kings 17, when Nebuchadnezzar also took away the people of the land. What happened? He now planting other people from Babylon into the Holy Land, the land of Samaria. They always mix it up, mixing the holy seed with unholy seed. Yet in 2 Kings 17, let me just read a few verses for you to know that this thing is in the blood of the Gentile. I read from 22. For the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam, which he did, they depart not from them, until Yahuwah removed Israel out of his sight, and had said, as he has said by all his servants and prophets, so was Israel carried out of their own land into Assyria unto these days. And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, okay, and from Kuta, and from Hav, and from Hamath, and from Shephavahim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel. And they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof. When you keep going on, you will see they came with their gods. That is exactly what we want to see right now. As they are coming, they also came with their gods. The Jesus, the very Jesus today. Okay, now back to Maccabees, now 1 verse 37. And let them up there, and they became a great snail. And this was a place to he in well engaged, and this was a place to lie in wait against the sanctuary, and an evil devil in Israel. And they shed innocent blood, ran about the sanctuary, and defiled the holy place. And the inhabitants of Jerusalem fled away by the reason of them, and the city was made the inhabitants to strangers, like we just read from 2 Kings, to her own seed, and became a stranger to her own seed, and our children forsook her. Her sanctuary was desolate like a wilderness. Her festival days were turned into mourning, her Shabbats into reproach. Her honor was brought to nothing. Her dishonor was increased according to her glory, and her excellency was turned into mourning. And King Antiochus wrote to all the kingdom that are in that all the people should be one, and everyone shall live his own law. That is the Sharia law. It's on its way for you. You can also see Daniel 11:30 to 33. And many of Israel consent. Yeah, they don't want to die. Convert to Islam or you die, to his service, and they sacrifice to idols and profane the Shabbat. And the king, Christianity, they already profane the Shabbat, okay? They consent already, they are keeping Sunday, and that is what we are looking into now. And yeah, okay. And the king sent letters by hands of messengers to Jerusalem and to all the cities of Yehudah, that they should follow the law of the nations of the earth, and should forbid holocaust and sacrifice atonement to be made in the temple of Yahuwah, and should prohibit the Shabbat and festival days to be celebrated. And he commanded the holy place to be profaned, and holy people of Israel. And he commanded altar to be built, and temples and idols and swine's flesh to be immolated, immolated and unclean beast. You can see Leviticus chapter 11. It is being forbidden, we don't touch pork. Matthew also, Messiah also speaks about it. We are coming to that. That they shall have their children uncircumcised. See Genesis 17 for that. And he said, let me take it again. And they should leave their children uncircumcised, and let their souls be defiled. With all their souls being defiled. Excuse me, and let their soul be defiled with all uncleanness, to the end that they should forget the law and should change all the justification of Yahuwah. Allah said, if you don't sin, Sahih Muslim 26:87, if you don't sin, He's going to wipe you out. And what is sin? Breaking the royal law, forsaking the royal law. And that whosoever will not do according to the word of the king Antiochus shall be put to death. If you refuse to convert to Islam, you will be put to death. 53. According to all these words, he wrote to his own kingdom, his whole kingdom, and appointed rulers over the people, that they should force them to do this. You can see Revelation 30 for that. He forced everyone to take mark of the beast. And they commanded the city of Yehudi to sacrifice pig. Then many of the people were gathered to them, that they had forsaken the law of Yehovah, that they committed evil in the land. Even sit down here, you can find it over there. Okay. And they devoured and they drove away the people of Yazrael into lurking hole and into the secret place of fugitives. Here we run for our lives, the one that don't want to take the mark of the beast. On the 15th day of the month, in the 100 of the 9th month, in the 145th year, King Antiochus set up the abomination idol of desolation. This is the prophecy of Prophet Daniel. Just read Daniel chapter 11, chapter 7. It's all about this prophecy. And abomination upon the altar of Yehovah. And they built altar throughout all the cities of Yehudah round about. And they burnt incense, and sacrifice at the doors of the houses in their streets, like we are seeing today in Christian churches everywhere. Yeah, they have temple, high hill of worshiping demons everywhere. 16. Everyone with him, the book of the testament of Yehovah was found, and whosoever observed the law of Yehovah, they put to death according to the edict of the king Antiochus. That is the Sharia law. These 5 truths, you must read. Islam is coming for that. That is what Allah is coming for. Messiah never died, you must renounce, okay? He was never, no cross. There was no cross. I'm going to tell you how Allah also do that, okay? Allah, in other words, for you and me, believe that Messiah was, crucified, buried, and resurrected. We believe that. So who helped us to believe that? It is Allah. Allah trick us, okay? We'll go into that. He deceive you and me. He says so he appeared to you and me. He make it so. In other words, Quran make it so clear, oh my Father, that Allah, Judas Iscariot was the one who goes to the cross. Allah now disguised Judas Iscariot to look like Messiah. And he goes to the cross and die. You see, we will come into that. Allah is a liar. And on this truth, you must renounce it. And this is what Islam is coming for. Okay, in Quran, I will quote it because I'm also going to read Quran many places. And on the 5th, okay, right now 62, and on the 5th and 20th day of the month, they sacrifice upon the altar of the idol that were over against your altar, December 25th. They now conduct their first pork eating over there. Christian, not the pork eating. This is how your forefather, your grandfather did it. December 25th. They now celebrate their first Christmas over there. 63. Now the women that circumcised their children were slew according to the commandment of the king Antiochus. And they hanged the children about their necks in all their houses, and those that had circumcised them they put to death. And many of the people of Yasreel determined with themselves that they would not eat unclean things, that they choose rather to die than to be defiled with unclean meats. Yeah, and they will not hearken to the and they will not break the holy law of Yahuwah, and they were put to death. That is Sharia law. 67 now. And there was very great wrath upon the people and the pattern. So we proceed now to part 2. Here I am in chapter 2. First Maccabees chapter 2. In those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a prince of the sons of Joarib, from Jerusalem, and he abode in the mountain of Modin. And he had 5 sons: John, who was surnamed Gades, and Simeon, who was surnamed Tarsis, and Judah, who was called Maccabeus, and Eliezer, who was surnamed Abiram, and Jonathan, who was surnamed Appius. These saw the evils that were done in the people of Yehudah and in Jerusalem. And Mattathias said, Woe to me! Wherefore was I born to see the ruin of my people, and the ruin of the holy city, and to dwell there, when it is given unto the hands of the enemy? The holy place has come into the hands of stranger. Her temple is become as a man without honor, and the vessels of our glory are carried away captive. Her old men are murdered in the streets, and our young men are fallen by the sword of the enemies. What nation had not inherited her kingdom and gotten of her spoil? All our ornaments are taken away. She that was free is made slave. And behold, our sanctuary and our beauty and our glory is laid waste, and the Gentiles have defied them. So what end then shall we live any longer? And Mattathias and his sons rent their garments, and they covered themselves with haircloth, and made great lamentation. And they that were sent from King Antiochus came hither to comply them that were fled into the city of Modin, to sacrifice and to bear incense, and to depart from the law of Yahuwah. And many of the people of Yasreel consent and came to there, but Mattathias and his sons stood firm. And they that were sent from Antiochus and Syria said to Mattathias, Thou art a ruler, and an honorable and great man in the city, and adorned with sons and brethren. Therefore come thou first, and obey the king's commandment, as all nations have done, and the men of Yehudah, and they that remain in Jerusalem, and thou and thy son shall be in the number of the king's friends, and enriched with gold and silver. Yes, it's going to have diligently or intelligently with them that forsook the royal law. You can also see Daniel 11. All these places I'm already, they are all from Daniel 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You are going to see it over there. Okay, Daniel 7, 8. Daniel 9, yeah, prayer. Okay, then from 24 to 27 is, you can also find it there. Daniel 10, okay, yeah, we see the glory of Yahushua. And 11, he reveals the end of anti-Mashiach. Allah, the final abomination of desolation in the temple of Yehovah. Just as they did it over here, what has been will be again. Ecclesiastic 1:9. What has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. Messiah re-echo is, this is how they are going to do it. Then Mattathias answered and said with a loud voice. Okay, let me take that 18 again. Did I finish already? Rich with gold and silver and many presents. Then Mattathias answered and said with a loud voice, although all nations obey King Antiochus, so as to depart every man from the service of the law of his fathers, and consent to his commandment. And my son and my brethren will obey the law of our fathers. Yahuwah be merciful unto us. It is not profitable for us to forsake the law and the justice of Yahuwah. We will not hearken to the word of King Antiochus, neither will we sacrifice and transgress the commandment of our law to go another way. Now, as he left off speaking these words, there came a certain Yahudim in the sight of all to sacrifice to the idols upon the altar in the city of Modin, according to the king's commandment. And Mattathias saw and was grieved, and his reins trembled, and his wrath was kindled, according to the judgment of the law, and running upon him and slew him upon the altar. Moreover, the man whom King Antiochus has sent, who complied them to sacrifice, he slew at the same time, and pulled down the altar, and shunned a zeal for the law, as a furnace did by Zimri, the son of Salom. And Mattathias cried out in the city with a loud voice, saying, everyone that hath zeal for the law and maintained the testament, let him follow me. So he and his sons fled into the mountains and left all that they had in the city. Let's get a commentary for this, a commentary from Isaiah. So here is a commentary from Messiah himself, Matthew 24:15. Where ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand. Let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the top house not come down to take anything out of the house, neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. He said they left everything right there and run for their life to a safety place. So Messiah get this word from here. They left everything and they run for their life. 29. Then many that sought after judgment and justice went down into the desert, the wilderness, and they abode there, and they and their children and their wives and their cattle, because affliction increased upon them. And it was told to the king's men and to the army that was in Jerusalem, in the city of David, that certain men who had broken the king's commandment were gone away into the secret place. Psalm 91 for that. In the wilderness, okay? He said you should run for your life. When this abomination is set, don't wait, okay? Don't wait. Run. All right now. And afterward, they went out. Okay, they went out towards them and made a war against them on the Shabbat days. This is Matthew 24. Messiah said, pray that your battle should take place on the Shabbat. It make references to Shabbat, that in this great tribulation we are still going to be keeping the Shabbat. Okay. And they said to them, do you still resist? Come forth and do according to the edict of the king Antiochus, and you shall live. And they said, this is the mark of the beast we are dealing with here. Okay. And they said, we will not come forth, neither will we obey the king's edict to prefer the Shabbat day. You see? And they made haste to give them battle. But they answered them not, neither did they cast a stone at them, nor step up the secret place, saying, let us all die in our innocences, and heaven and earth will be witnesses for us that you put us to death wrongfully. So they gave them battle on the Shabbat, and they were slew, and their wives, and their children, and their cattle, to the number of 1,000 persons. And Mattathias and his friends heard of it, and they mourned for them exceedingly. And every man said to his neighbor, if we would do as our brethren have done, and not fight against the hurting for our lives and our justification, they will now quickly root us out of the earth. And they determined in the day, saying, whosoever shall come up against us to fight on the Shabbat day, we will fight against them, and we will not all die as our brethren that were slew in this secret place. There was assembled to them the congregation of Assyrians, the Sartes of Yazrael, every man that had a good will for the Lord, and all they that fled from the evils joined themselves to them, and were a supporter to them. And they gathered an army, and slew the sinners in their wrath, and the wicked men in their indignation, and the rest fled to the nations for safety. And Mattathias and his son and his friend went round about, and they threw down the altars, and they circumcised all the children whom they found in the confines of Yazrael that were uncircumcised, and they did valiantly, and they pursued after the children of pride, and prospered in their hands, and they recovered the law out of the hands of the nations, and out of the hand of the kings, and they yielded not the horn to the sinners. Now the day drew nigh that Mattathias should die, and he said to his sons, now hath pride and chastisement gotten a strength, and the time of destruction and the wrath of indignation. Now therefore, my sons, be zealous for the law, and your lives for the covenant of Yahuwah, and call to remembrance the works of the fathers, which they have done in their generations, and you shall receive great honor and an everlasting name. Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation, and it was reputed to him unto justice? Joseph in the time of distress kept the commandment, and he was made Lord Adonai of Egypt. Phinehas our father by a brink, a favorite in the zeal of Yahuwah, received the covenant of an everlasting priesthood. Yahushua, while he fulfilled the word, was made ruler in Yazrael. Yahushua, while he fulfilled the word, was made ruler in Yazrael. Caleb for bearing witnesses before the congregation receive an inheritance, that with by his mercy obtain the throne of everlasting kingdom. Eliyahu, while he was full of zeal for the law, was taken up into heaven. Ananias, Azarias, and Mishael, the one you call Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Okay. Mishael, by believing, were delivered out of the flame. You can see Daniel chapter 3 for that. And Daniel, in his innocences, were delivered out of the mouth of the lion. See Daniel chapter 6 for that. And those consider through all generations that none that trust in him fail in strength, and fear not the words of sinful men, for his glory is dung and worms. Today is lifted up, and tomorrow he shall not be found, because he is returned into his earth, and his thought is come to nothing. Come to nothing. 64. You therefore, my sons, take courage and behave mindfully in the law, for by it you shall be glorious. And behold, I know that your brother Simeon is a man of counsel. Give ear to him always, and he shall be a father to you. And Yehuda Maccabeus, who is valiant and strong from his youth up, let him be the leader of your army, and he shall manage the war of the people, and you shall take to you all that observe the law, and revenge ye the wrong of your people. Render to the Gentiles their reward, and take heed to the precepts of the law. And he blessed them and was joined to his father, and he died in the 146 years, and he was buried by his sons in the sepulchre of his fathers in Modin, and all Israel mourned for him with great mourning. So now we are done with chapter 2. So we go now to 3. You see, it's a very long chapter, but it is educating. That is what we are doing. This is what took place, and this is what brings about Anukai. We are about to look into. Now 3. And then his son Yehuda, called Maccabeus, rose up in his stand, and all his brethren helped him, and all they that had joined themselves to his father, and they fought with cheerfulness. With cheerfulness the battle of Yisrael, and he got his people great honor, and put on a breastplate as a giant, and get his warlike armor about him in battle, and protect the camp with his sword. In his heart it was like a lion, and like a lion whelp rolling for his prey. And he pursued the wicked, and sought them out, and them that troubled his people he burned with fire, and his enemy were driven away for fear of him, and all the workers of iniquity were troubled, and salvation prospered in his hand. What is salvation? Yahushua. All this battle, it is being done by Yahushua. Okay, prosper in his hand. And he grieved many kings, and made Jacob glad with his work, and his memory is blessed forever. You can see, because this strength, almost men that is called Yehuda, they carry the strength of Yahushua. Okay, I can see, if you have this book called the book of Yashel, read from 38 down to 38, 39, 40. Then again you start from 53 to 54. Exactly what Yehuda did over there is unspeakable. If you have it, just read it. Okay, it's a commentary to this very another wonderful again Yehuda. And went through. Okay, where we are. Okay, blessed forever 8. And he went through the city of Yehuda and destroyed the wicked out of them, and turned away wrath from Yisrael, and he was reowned even to the uttermost parts of the earth, and he gathered them that were perishing. And Apollonius gathered together the Gentile and a numerous and great army from Samaria to make war against Yisrael. Another battle, Sharia law. It's going to be so tough, okay? This is the picture of it. That is why I want to read it, so that when you listen to it, there you also get the strategies from those that escape, how they did it, or to die, rather than to take the mark of the beast. 11. And Yehuda understood it, and went forth to meet him, and he overthrew him and killed him, and many fell down, slain. The rest fled away, and he took their spoils. And Yehuda took the sword of Apollonius and fought with it all his life. He was never even having a sword, but now he got to fight with the sword of the enemy. May they fall into that hole they dig. And Saram, certain of the army of Syria, heard that Yehuda had assembled a company of the faithful, and a congregation with him. And he said, I will get me a name, and I will be glorified in the kingdom, and I will overthrow Yehuda and those that are with him, that they that have despised the edict of the king. And he made himself ready, and the hosts of the wicked went up with him, strong circuits, to be revenged of the children of Yisrael. And they approached even as far as Bethel, and Yehuda went from to meet him with a small company. But when they saw the army coming to meet them, they said to Yehuda, how shall we be able to fight against so great a multitude and so strong, and we are already to faint with fasting today. They were even in prayer fasting. And Yehuda said, it is an easy matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few. It is easy matter, okay? So determine those who know the Yehovah, the sun shall do exploit. Daniel again 11. It's all about this place. Okay, now. And they, where am I? A few. And there is no differences in the sight of Yehovah of heaven to deliver with a great multitude or with a small company. For the success of war is not in multitude of the army, but strength cometh from heaven. They come against us with an insolent multitude and with pride to destroy us and our wives and our children and to take away our spoil. But we shall fight for our lives and our lives and our laws. And Yehovah himself will overthrow them before our face. But as for you, fear them not. And as soon as he had made an end of speaking, he rushed suddenly upon them, and Saram and his hosts were overthrown before him, and he pursued them by the descent of Bethel, even to the plain, and there fell of them 800 men, and the rest fled into the land of Philistine. And the fear of Yehuda and of his brethren and the dread of them fell upon all the nations around about them. And his fear came to the king, and all nations told of the battle of Yehuda. Then, when the king Antiochus heard these words, he was hungry in his mind, and he set and gathered the forces of all the kingdom, a exceedingly strong army, and he opened his treasury and gave out pay to the army for a year, and he commanded them that they should be ready for all things. And he perceived that the money of his treasuries failed, that the tributes of the country were small because of the dissension and the evil that had brought upon the land, that he might take away the loss of old times. And he feared that he should not have as a family enough for charge and gift which he had given before with a liberal hand, for he had burnt more than the kings that had been before him. And he was greatly perplexed in mind, and proposed to go into Persia and to take tributes of the country and to gather much money. And he left Lysias, a noble man of the blood royal, to oversee the affairs of the kingdom, from the river Euphrates even to the river of Egypt, and to bring up his son Antiochus till he came again, and he delivered to him half the army and the elephants, and he gave him charge concerning all that he would have done, and concerning the inhabitants of Yehuda and Jerusalem, and that he should send an army against them to destroy and root out the strength of Yisrael, that the remnant of Jerusalem, and to take away the memory of them from that place, and that he should settle strangers to dwell in all their coast, and divide their land for lot. So the king took the half of army that remained, and went forth from Antioch, the chief city of his kingdom, in the 147 years, and he passed over the river Euphrates and went through the high country. There Lysias chose Ptolemy, the son of Deramenes, and men of the king's friends. The son of Deramenes, mighty men of the king's friends. The son of Denomis. Where am I? 39. And he sent with there 4,000 men and 7,000 horsemen to go into the land of Yehuda and to destroy it according to the king's orders. So they went forth with all their power and came and pitched near Emaus in the plain country. And the merchants of the country heard that the fame of them, and they took silver and gold in abundance and servants, and they came into the camp to buy the children of Israel for slaves, and they joined to them the forces of Syria and of the land of the stranger. And Yehuda and his brethren saw that evils were multiplied, and that the armies approached to their brothers, and they knew the orders the king had given to destroy the people, and they utterly abolished them. And they said, every man to his neighbor, let us rise up the low condition of our people, and let us fight for our people and our sanctuary and the assembly was gathered that they might be ready for battle, and that they might pray and ask mercy and compassion. Now Jerusalem was not inhabited, but was like a test site. There was none of her children that went in or out, and the sanctuary was trodden down, and the children of a stranger were in the coast. There was the inhabitants of the Gentiles, and joy was taken away from Jacob, and the pipe and harps ceased there, and they assembled together and come to Maxphah over against Jerusalem, for in Maxphah was a place of prayer before in Yetofor in Yazrael. And they fasted that day, and put on haircloth, and put ash upon their heads, and they rent their garment, and they laid open the books of the law, in which the Gentiles searched for the likeness of their idols. And they brought the princely garment, and the first fruit and tithes, and stirred up the Nazarites, that had fulfilled their vow. You can also see this in Numbers chapter 6, Acts of Apostle, I think 21, the law of Nazarite, because this is our book. That's why I'm making references to the Bible you carry. And they cried with a loud voice towards heaven, saying, what shall we do with this? And where shall we carry them? For thy holies are trodden down, and are profaned, and thy priests are in mourning, and are brought low. And behold, the nations come together against us to destroy us. Thou knowest what they intend against us. How shall we be able to stand before their face, unless thou, O Jehovah, help us? Then they sounded their trumpets. Okay, I will also give a preset for this. When you are going to war, we need to sound the trumpet. Okay, let me give you all the scriptures. If you have the book, if you have the scripture, you can just search it out. Everything in here, that's what we found in the book of Maccabees. Okay, 2 Thessalonians 2, 1 to 12. Genesis, okay, I called that already. Revelation 30, I also called that mark of the first day to take the mark. Nazareth, yeah, Numbers, yeah, 6. Acts of Apostle 21, yeah, verse 21 to 26. Maccabees, yeah, newly married wife, we're also about to see that now. About the trumpet, where is it? Yeah, playing of the trumpet, Nehemiah 4. Okay, no, we are still coming down to this. Not yet. Where is it? I'm just looking for the place of trumpet. Okay, yeah, Nehemiah, where is it? Oh, shit. Yes, number chapter 10, verses 9. When you are going to war, you blow the trumpet. Exactly what this guy did over here, and cried out with a loud voice. And after this, Yehuda appointed captain over the people, over thousands, and over hundreds, and over fifties, and over tens. And he said to them that were building houses, or that betrothed wives, or were planting vineyard, or were fearful, that they should return, every man to his house according to the law. So they removed the camp and pitched on the south side of Emmaus. You can see Deuteronomy 20, 5 to 8, exactly what Joshua said. Okay. 58. And Yehuda said, get yourself and be valiant, men, and be ready against the morning, that you may fight with these nations that are assembled against us to destroy us in our sanctuary. For it is better for us to die in battle than to see the evils of our nation and of our holies. Nevertheless, as it shall be, the will of Yahuwah in heaven, so be it done. I'm about to be done. Now chapter 4, the last of it all. Then Gorgas took 5,000 men and 8,000 of the best horsemen, and they removed out of the camp by night, that they might come upon the camp of the Yahudim and struck them suddenly. And the men that were of the castle were their guides, and Yehuda heard of it, and rose up, he and the valiant men, to attack the king's forces that were in Emmaus. As for as yet the army was dispersed from the camp, and Gorgas came by the night unto the camp of Yehuda, and found no man, and he sought them in the mountains, for he said, these men flee from us. And when it was day, Yehuda showed himself in the plain with 3,000 men only, who neither had armor nor swords. And they saw the camp of the Gentiles, that it was stronger, and the men in breastplates, and the horsemen round about them, and these were trained up to war. These are men of war. But just little David, bring him down, Goliath. And Yehuda said to the men that were within, fear ye not their multitude, neither be ye afraid of their assault. Remember in what manner our fathers were saved in the Red Sea, when Pharaoh pursued them with a great army. You can see Exodus 14 for that. And now let us cry to heaven, and Yahuwah will have mercy on us, and we will remember the covenant of our father, and he will remember the covenant of our father, and we destroy this army before our face this day, and all nations shall know that there is one that redeemeth and delivered Yisrael. You can also see 1 Samuel chapter 17 for that. And they went out of the camp to battle, and they that were with Yehuda sounded the trumpet. Okay, I quote that already. And they joined battle. And yes, and the Gentiles were rooted and fled into the plain. But all the hindmost of them fell by the sword, and they pursued them as far as Jeziram, and even to the plain of Idumah, and of Azutus, and of Jemina. And they fell of them to the number of 3,000 men. And Yehuda returned again with his army that followed him. And he said to the people, be not greedy of the spoils, for there is still war before us. And Gorgas and his army are near us in the mountain, but stand ye now against our enemies, and overthrow them, and you shall take the spoil afterward with safety. And as Yehuda was speaking these words, behold, part of them appeared looking forth from the mountain, and Gorgas saw that his men were put to flight, and that they had set fire to the camp, for the smoke that was seen declared what was done. And when they had seen this, they were seized with great fear, seeing at the same time Yehuda and his army in the plain ready for fight. So they all fled away into the land of the strangers. And Yehuda returned to take a spoil of the camp and the king, and they got much gold and silver and blue sling and purple of the sea and great riches, and returned home. They sang hymns and blessed Yahweh in heaven, because he is good, because his mercy endureth forever. Okay, now Yahweh had a great deliverance that day, and such of the strangers has escaped. We went and told Lycia all that had happened, and when he heard these things, he was amazed and discouraged, because things had not succeeded in Israel according to his mind, and as the king had commanded, so the year followed Lycia, and gathered together 70,000 chosen men and 5,000 horses men, that he might subdue them. That they came into Yehuda and pitched their tents in Bethhoron, and Yehuda met them with 10,000 men. And they saw that the army were strong, and he prayed and said, Blessed art thou, O Savior of Israel, who didst break the violence of the mighty by the hand of thy servant David, and didst deliver up the camp of stranger into the hands of Jonathan, the son of Saul, and of the armor bearers. Shut up the army in the hands of thy people Yisrael. Shut up the armies in the hands of thy people Yisrael, and let them be confounded in their host and their horsemen. Strike them with fear, and cause the boldness of their strength to languish, and let them quake at their own destruction. Cast them down with the sword of them that love thee, and let all that know thy name praise thee with hymns. And they joined battle, and there fell of the army of Lycia 5,000 men. And when Lycia saw that his men were put to flight, and how bold the Yahudim were, and that they were ready either to live or die, mindfully he went to Antioch and chose soldiers, and that they might come and gaze into Yehuda with great number. Then Yehuda and his brethren said, Behold, our enemies are disconfounded. Let us go up now. Here is the amazing part. Okay, now the battle is almost over. Now we are going to build the temple again. This is what it is, people. This is the meaning of the feast we are celebrating today. It is for 8 good days. Right now, Yehuda and his brethren, behold, our enemy are confounded. Let us go up now to cleanse to cleanse the holy place, and to repel them. And all the army assembled together, and they went up into Mount Zion, and they saw the sanctuary desolate, and the altar profaned, and the gates bent, and shrubs growing up in the court as a forest or on the mountain, and the chambers journeyed to the altar throw down, and they rent their garments, and made great lamentation, and put ash on their head, and they fell face down to the ground on their face, and they sounded the trumpets of alarm, and they cried towards heaven. And Yehuda appointed them to fight against. Here you can see Nehemiah. I think I'm going to quote it, because Nehemiah was building. They were using one hand to build the temple when they returned from Babylon. Nehemiah chapter 4, where he was building with one hand, and sword in the other hand, and trumpet in the other side. Exactly what took place over here. And Yehuda appointed men to fight against them, that were in their cities, till they had cleansed the holy place. So some men were still in battle fighting, and while some men were still building. This is the meaning of Hanukkah. Recleanse the temple, rebuild the temple, rededicate it back unto Jehovah. Now, and he chose priests without a blemish, whose will was set upon the law of will was set upon the law of Jehovah. And they cleansed the holy place and took away the stones that had been defiled into an unclean place, and he considered about the altar of holocaust, that they being profaned, what he should do with it. And a good counsel come into their minds to pull it down, lest it should be a reproach to them, because the Gentiles are defiled. You can see Revelation 11 verses 12 over there. They know how to profane the temple. The Gentile, the Christian. So they throw it down. They threw it down, and they laid up the stones in the mountain of the temple in a covenant place, in a convenient place, till there should come a prophet and give answer concerning them. That they took whole stones according to the law, and built a new altar according to the former. 48. And they built up the holy place and the things that were within the temple, and they sanctified the temple and the courts. And they make new holy vessels, and brought in the candlestick and the altar of incense and the table into the temple. And they put incense upon the altar, and lighted up the lamp that were upon the candlestick, and they gave light in the temple. Turn on the light. Okay. Yahushua is the light of the world, and this is the very day he was being conceived. The Ruach HaKodesh did it on this day. The light of the world entered into the womb on this day. Okay, now the whole temple was filled with light, and they set the loaves upon the table, and and hung up the veils, finished all the works that they had begun to make. And they arose before the morning on the 20 and on the 5 and 20th, that is 25th, on the 5 and 20th day of the 9th month, which is the month, I don't want to call that Babylonian name, on the 9th month. Today is 25th of the 9th biblical month. Okay, but in those days, in this very place I'm reading, this took place on December 4. Something can fall December 24th, something fall. You know, Gentiles calendar is not stable. It's here today, it's there tomorrow. We don't use one calendar. But the very day they set it up was December 25th. Okay, you see, today now is December 7th, and it will finish on December 14th. Okay, but in those days it start on December 25th, and they don't finish it, I think, January 1st or so. It fall exactly on the same day. But sometimes it still do fall on it, but sometimes it's not accurate because of Gentiles calendar. You know, their Gentiles calendar or paganism calendar, it is off and on. Okay, they arose before the morning on the 5 and 20th day of the month, which is the 9th month, in the 148th year, and they offered sacrifice according to the law upon the altar of holocaust which they had made, according to the time. Listen now, according to the time and according to the day wherein the Gentile had defied it, in the same was it dedicated anew with with a canticle. Where is it? With a canticle and harps and lutes and cry bells, and all the people fell upon their face and adorned and blessed up heaven, and blessed up to heaven him that had prospered them, And they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days, and they offered holocaust with joy and sacrifice of salvation and of praise. And they adorned the front of the temple with crowns of gold, um, and escutcheons, and they renewed the gates and chambers, and hung dogs upon them. And there was exceedingly great joy among the people, and the reproach of the Gentiles were turned away. And Yehuda and his brethren and all the congregation of Yisrael decreed that the day of the dedication of the altar should be kept in each season from year to year for 8 days, from the 25th day of the month of the 9 months, with joy and gladness. And gladness they built up also at the time Mount Zion with high walls and strong tower round about, lest the Gentiles should at any time come and turn it down as they did before. And he placed a garrison there to keep it and fortify it, to secure Bethsura, Bethsura, that the people might have a defense against Edomia. It is very long scripture, but we bless his name. At least when you see that, lazy to you will understand how to get yourself ready, because it is coming again. Messiah prophecy is coming again. So let's see how Messiah celebrates this wonderful and powerful feast. Now, this is the very feast King Yahushua celebrated. Okay, now John 8:12, John 30:15, Matthew 5:14 to 16. So we first of all read that. I won't like you to see this as a contradiction, because some, of course, in the Bible, English Bible, they translated everything Jesus, but I don't buy that nonsense. Okay, in case you see it in my presentation, it doesn't mean I go by that at all. I see it all over in the Bible I'm reading, but I never go by that paganism and destructive name, mark of the beast. I don't call that name. Okay, here I am, John 8:12. Then Yehoshua, like they wrote Jesus, but I won't go by that, okay, because his name is never Jesus. Then spake Yehoshua again unto them, John 8:12. Unto them again, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. He is the light of the world. He is the reason of this celebration. Yehoshua is the light of the world. Okay, so here I am, John 30:15. He is the light of the world, as we just read. For I have given you an example, that ye should do as I have done to you. Okay, so he said he has set an example for you and me, that we should do just as he has taught us, or just as we see him doing. He said we should go by that manner. Let's check it out again. Here I am, Matthew 5:14 to 16. Ye are the light of the world. He said he has given you and me an example, to follow. That is the manner he set before you and me. Ye are the light of the world, and a city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a pillow, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So he gave us an example. Let's check it out now. The very Messiah set an example for you and me to follow. That is the standard of life he gave to you and me. Here we are, John 10:22 to 26. And it was, should I take it from, no, you will know it's him anyway. And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication. I love you, Abba Yehovah. If it were possible, they would deceive the elect, but it is not utterly possible. This is our feast. But where is the people of the book? They are busy with Christmas as we are talking now and neglect the feast of their father. But Islam is on its way for you. Allah, the greatest of all deceiver, is coming for you. You say you know how to like Christendom. You wait for the greatest of all deceiver. I take it again. And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of the dedication, and it was winter. This feast, we saw it already in the first book of Maccabees. And Yahushua walked in the temple in Solomon's perch. For there came the Yahudim round about. There came the Yahudi round about him, and said unto him, How long doest thou make us to doubt? If you are the Messiah, tell us plainly. Yahushua answered them, I told you, and ye believe not the works that I do. Where did he do that works? In the book of Maccabees. It says salvation prosper in the hand of Yehudi. And their father Yahushua, he is the lion of the tribe of Yehudim. I told you, and ye believe not the works that I do in my father's name. Yahuwah, that bear witness of me. That bear witness of me. What I did, because it was today. This conversation was going to write in the temple. Today simply means cleanse the temple. Turn on the light in the temple. Rededicate yourself back to Yahuwah, because we are not the temple eternal. He himself, he have no iniquity in him. He rededicates his temple back to his father, because he will go to the cross. And flesh is somehow right there. But he gave himself back he dedicated himself back to his father. That is the nature of this, feast. I told, but you don't believe me. The work that I do, the work I do on that day, this very feast you are celebrating. Remember the job I did over there. I was the one brought about that deliverance. I was the one slew all the Grecians army. I am the one to destroy the anti-Messiah. I am the one. Revelation 90. He did it in the days of Maccabees. And he is the one to do it again. Remember that job. The very day you are celebrating today, we are all in the temple celebrating the temple. The recapture and the cleansing and turning on the light of the temple. Isn't that what we are celebrating? Remember the job I did on that day. But they were still dumb. My forefather, they don't understand. They said it's putting them in suspension. They don't know what was it. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. Whenever they remove the true people of the land, they will go and import Babylonian people. We see that already. So I could say, these are not my forefather, I'm sorry to say that. I could say these people, their origin, or they are from the lineage of those people they always used to replace the true people of the land. That was why I said, you are not my seed. You are not my sheep. Because my sheep will know. They are expecting me. They know I am the Messiah when I come. So this one, I think they are the mixture people. They are not the true people. And say, you are not my sheep. Okay. So this is what Messiah was trying to point to them. The works that I do. Go and check it out in the book of Maccabees. I am the one that brought about this deliverance and salvation and celebration in the feast of dedication. We are dedicating the temple today. All of us is right here in the temple. I'm the one that brings about it. He said that work, I did it. But still you don't believe me. So here was the vision of Prophet Ezekiel. Okay. How the glory departed from that temple we just saw. I read Ezekiel 10:18. Then the glory of Yahuwah departed from off the temple. From off the threshold of the house, and stood over the cherubims. So the glory departed from the temple of Abba Yahuwah. And these people, they need that glory back. Okay, right now here I am, Ezekiel 43 verses 2. Because the glory departed from the eastern wall of the temple, where Yahushua also ascended, and where he was in that temple. That is where the temple of King Solomon, is. And behold, the glory of Yahuwah of Yazreel came from the way of the east. and his voice was like a, and his voice, the glory become voice, and his voice was like a noise of many waters, and the earth shone with his glory. He's talking about Messiah. And they knew only Messiah is going to bring back about that glory that departed from the temple of Abba Yehovah. Him alone is the one to bring it back. So that was what they wanted to know. Who are you? Tell us plainly. He now refers that to the way he did in the days of Maccabees. This is what I did. He said, I did it. He said the works that I do. So he was trying to point that, but he was the one brought about the temple. He was the one restored by the temple. He was the one bring the victory about the temple. That glory that once departed from the temple of Abba Yehovah. He is the one that bring it. That was before. And in the latter day end, he is the one to, like today, not the glory departed, you know, the people of the boat, you know, they scatter in the four corners of the earth. Who is right there today? Again, the family of Antiochus Epiphanes. Islam is the one to finish all these things we are talking about. They are the conclusion. So the light of the world was being pregnated with today. December, in those days, it was, you know, December 25th. So that is the biblical 9 month on the 25th of biblical 9 month, which is today. Therefore, he was being birthed in the Feast of Tabernacle. Okay, so he is the reason for this celebration. That was why he went into that temple to remind those people that he was the one who brought about these things you are celebrating today. This victory, I did it. The glory they left, I brought it back. Okay, but yet they couldn't get the fullness of that understanding. So quickly, we are going to look about, I'm not going to go into point 1, but I'm going to call this, I will call the scripture for you to read it. It's all about Christian and their Jesus. Point 1, here is the blueprint. Yahuwah's temple now became idol's temple. Instead of lamb sacrifices in Yahuwah's temple, you can see Exodus 29, John 1:29, the lamb of the heaven that taketh away the sins of the world. In Revelation 5:6, the lamb was still in the center of Yahuwah right now as we are talking in heaven. You can read it by yourself because I want to deal with that of Islam. This message is about the final setting of abomination of desolation. So we'll go into Quran. Let me create time for that. Okay, now. It is now became the pig sacrifice in the temple of Yahuwah, you know, instead of sacrificing a lamb, we saw what Antiochus Epiphanes did. They now begin to sacrifice pigs, which is your Jesse. Jesus is the pig. Is the pig. It's not the lamb of sacrificial. It's the pig of sacrificial. That is what Christian is sacrificing today. Until right in the temple of Yahuwah. The temple of Yahuwah. It is the people of the book. The elect. They are deceiving right now in their midst. Because when they remove the real thing, we see it. When they now bring the abomination of desolation. No more Shabbat. Now it's Sunday. These are and Sunday is the greatest of abomination in the royal law. You can see Ezekiel 8, 15 to 17 for that, or 30 to 17, or 30 to 16, excuse me. The fourth-footed beast, it is Jesus, is the unclean things we meant not to touch. It is your Jesus. And the royal law make it so clear the name of other God shouldn't be heard in our mouth. Exodus 23, 13. Matthew 7, 6. Don't give what is holy to pigs. You know, that is, don't give a holy, a sacred teachings to pigs. And who are pigs? It is the Gentile, they are dogs and pigs, which is the Christian. Don't again say what they sacrifice to devils, not to Yehovah. Now, where is it? Deuteronomy 14, 8, Romans 1, 20 to 32, 1 Thessalonians 2, 1 to 12, 1 John 3, 4 to 10. Yes, what is simply me breaking the royal law. You can do that and be saying this again and again. You know, we have thought about it for very long, for almost all the time. John 4, 8. Okay, excuse me, John 8. John 8:44. The children of the devil, they keep breaking the royal law, and the final abomination to break the royal law, it is Islam. Sahih Muslim 26:87. Allah says if you don't break the royal law, He will destroy you. So right now, point 2. That's what I want to dig into. Point 2, the final abomination of desolation is Islam. Okay, First John, excuse me. Yeah, we are going to read this. First John 2:18-23. It is Islam. Quickly, before we go into First John, I got something so new, and my father is digging it out. Do you know the name of Allah in Hebrew simply means curse? If you want to pronounce curse in Hebrew, it's Allah. Okay, that's why I also put this clip as a confirmation. You can do your research. The name of Allah in Hebrew, this is how it's written, curse. If you want to pronounce curse in Hebrew, this is the numeric. You know, every Hebrew alphabet goes with pictures and the numeric code. This is the numeric code. It go for curse. It's Allah. As in, you see the written name of Allah also in Arabic is a snake. As in the curse snake, right in Genesis 3, that old serpent. So the name of Allah in Hebrew simply means curse. You can say it means what? God. But that is not what we are saying over here. Like Jesus in Latin simply means a pig. But today Jesus, he is the savior of people. So we are not talking about what you think or what you feel. What it makes in a holy language, that is what we are talking about. It means curse. And that is the name of Allah. And it's coming to curse every one of you. If you don't convert to Islam, you will know what life is. Here I am. First John chapter 2. We are going to see 18. The criteria of anti-Mashiach. The final one. Here I am, 1 John 2:18. Little children, it is the last time, it is the last days that as ye have heard, the anti-Mashiach shall come. And now are there many anti-Mashiachs. There are many. Christendom system, it is the mark of the beast system. They are the spiritual anti-Messiah. They corrupt the temple already. That's why they cannot get it right. You don't see what their pastor is doing for private jet. They are not normal anymore. They have the heart of devil, the dragon. Wicked animal. Did you see what unbeliever did? I don't know. They said the man is a footballer in Cameroon. You don't even have a private jet. Rather, in a bought ticket and fill the two plane with his own people, Cameroon. Where is your pastor that have their own private jet? But they couldn't do it because they have the God and mind of beast. Unbeliever and rescue souls. And the so-called pastor of the Christendom, they don't care. Look at this demonic man. I couldn't believe what I heard from him. He said, who by the grace of God, what did they call him? Adeboye, that is going to rust in the lake of fire for all eternity. For all eternity, say, by the grace of God, who can give 1 billion naira, 1 billion what? To do what with it? You now begin to call 100 million like just 100 naira. You are all going to pay dearly for it. Jesus abolished the royal law. But if you want to steal, you go there. Tithe is a law, eh? Tithe is a law. Planting of seed is a law. Sowing of seed is a law. That is why you always going to rust in the eternal link of Allah is coming for you. Allah. You don't know what you are playing games with. Allah. Many anti-Messiahs has already come. Whereby we know that it is the last days. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would have continued with us, excuse me. But they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not of us. 22 now. Who is a liar? But he that denieth that Yehoshua is Messiah or is Mashiach, he is the anti-Mashiach that denied the Father and the Son. Whosoever denied the Son, the same had not the Father. But he that acknowledged the Son, he that acknowledged the Son had the Father also. What is it saying? It says anybody that is going to deny the relationship of a father and son, he is the anti-Mashiach. That one was singular. Many anti-Mashiachs, there are many. Christians, they are unspeakable. But the final one, it is Islam, is singular. That is Antiochus Epiphanes. It's coming with war. To convert it to Islam, this is how the name of Allah is being written. a snake with a crown, and the rod. You are going to see something. So let me call that scripture before we go into Quran. We just read it and we see who the criteria of the anti-messiah. So right now we will go into Quran and confirm that for you. Okay. 1 John 4, 1-3. John 1, 14. John 16:2. So I read, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit where that they are of Yahuwah, because the false prophet has gone out into the world. Hereby ye know the spirit of Yahuwah. Every spirit that confess not that Yahushua is come in the flesh is of Yahuwah. And every spirit that confessed not that Yahushua Messiah, Yahushua Mashiach, is come in the flesh is not of Yahuwah. And this is that a spirit of that old serpent, spirit of anti-Mashiach. Wherefore ye have heard that it should come, and even now already it is in the world, like that of the Christendom. They are already the spirit of anti-Mashiach, but the anti-Mashiach himself is on his way. The Christendom is the spirit, and Islam is the flesh. The two combined together. You see, that said Jesus died on Friday, Islam is keeping that, and Christians say he resurrected on Sunday, Christian is keeping that. They are of one body. Antiochus Epiphany, the little and the large horn, they are in one body. Islam is the little horn that carry out this, war. While Christianity was the large horn, which means they has been ruling for such a long time. Right now, any spirit that does not confess that Yahushua comes in flesh, he said, mark that person. It is the spirit of anti-Mashiach. What was he saying over there? Any man or woman that is going to say Yahushua did not keep the, because when he said the word become flesh among us, the word now become flesh and dwells among us. That is the royal law now become flesh and dwell among us. Any spirit that is going to say that it did not practice all these things in the flesh, that it did not keep the royal law in the flesh, or celebrate the royal feast in the flesh, he said that spirit is that spirit of anti-Mashiach. You see, he celebrates every single time. He always go to Jerusalem to keep his royal law in his flesh. He did keep it, he reverenced it in his own flesh. He did not abolish it. He reverenced and kept Shabbat in his flesh. If you say he did not do all these things in flesh, therefore you are the anti-Mashiach. A Christian don't say Jesus abolished it. They say Jesus did not do it in flesh. We mark you already. Okay, here I am in Quran. We are going to go into Quran now. Chapter 2, or Surah 2, verses 116. We see it already, the criteria of the final or the physical anti-Mashiach. They say, Allah has begotten a son. Glory be to him. He is what the heaven and the earth contain. All things are obedient to him. Creator of whatever. I don't want to praise that nonsense. Okay, let's say, which means he don't have a son. Let me just go into another. And Allah will say to Jesus, okay, I think I also have to read it, or you can read it. Quran, Surah 5, 116, because Jesus is coming back to tell you that I never say you should worship me. Okay, he said I worship you, Allah. I never asked you to do that for me. Okay, I read another one. Wonderful originator of heavens and the earth, how can he have a son when he has no concert? Did you understand? How can he have a son? Quran 6, 101. He created all things, and he had full knowledge of all things. He said, how can he have a son when you don't have no wife? Here is where Allah was, Allah failed big time. Islam said Allah cannot, Allah don't have a son. That is the first part we are now. Allah don't have a son, and that is the criteria of we to know who is anti-Mashiach, as I just read from the royal law. Now Islam said Allah don't have a son. I'm going to prove it to you. I'm here already. But they say, how can Allah have a son when he have no wife? You Christian, do you say Allah have a son? That is why they are coming for you to behead your head. Because when you are saying Allah have a son, which means Allah have sex. Okay, when you go to Quran, Surah 19, almost from 1 to 34, is being dedicated unto Maryam. So Maryam now did what Allah were unable to do. Quran recognized and said Maria was a virgin. They said her conception was immaculate. And they said also man never touched her. So Mary, that is why they always call Jesus the son of Maria. He don't have a father. Okay. Now Islam believe that Maria got pregnant with her husband and without sex. But Allah cannot have a son without having sex or having a wife. So who is the greater now? It should be Maria. Because Maria brought forth a son without sex and without husband. So Allah cannot bring forth a son without having sex or having a wife. You see, I praise Maria, the powerful woman of Yehovah. We are still on the topic. The Yahudim say Ezra is the son of God. Why is the son of God? Why the Christians say Messiah is the son of God? Such are their imagination by which they imitate the infidels of old and make Allah destroy them. Because you say Allah have son. Quran 9:30. So we go for the other one now. Quran 10:68. They say Allah has begotten a son. Forbid that from Allah. Okay, let me take it. They say Allah has begotten a son. Allah forbid. Self-sufficient he is. He is all that. I don't want to praise that crap. It's okay. Okay. Where I just read. Okay, yeah. Then we go for the other one. Quran 19:35. And such was Jesus, the son of Mary, that he is the truth, that is the whole truth, which they see doubt. Allah forbid that he himself should begot a son, where he decree a thing. It's okay, I don't want to praise that nonsense. That is Quran 19:35. Okay. We are going more. Allah don't have a son, okay? Quran 19 or Quran Surah 19:88 we read now. Those who say the Lord mercy, the Lord of mercy is still Allah, okay? The Lord of mercy has begotten a son, preach deceit, falsehood, at which the very heaven might crack. The earth, it's okay, break asunder. It's okay. That is, if you said Allah have it, so you said the heaven is going to crack. Let's proceed. Allah don't have a son. Okay, now we go to the other verses. Where is it now? Quran 23 verses 19. Never has Allah begotten a son, nor is there any other God beside him. It's okay, you heard already. That is where I just want to confirm. So we read again Quran Surah 37 151. I read, surely they lie when they declare Allah has begotten children. You Christian, they say you are a liar when you say Allah have children. It's so many. I think I'm going to stop because we also have other things today. Quran 43:82 say, if the Lord of mercy had a son, I would be the first to worship. Muhammad said, if really Allah have a son, he would have been the first person to worship him. So Allah don't have a son. Quran 72:3. He exalt be the glory of Allah. I don't want to praise that crap. Has taken no wife, nor has begotten any children. You see how foolish they are? But Maria bring forth a child without sex and without husband. So when you say Allah have a son, which means Allah have a wife and he has sex, that is why there is a strong blasphemy for them. You see what they said over there? They say don't have a wife, neither have any children. Okay. Quran 112 1-4. I think I'm gonna just point. Say Allah is one, the eternal Allah. he begat no children. He begat none, nor was he begot any equal. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. Please. At least I think I'm done. I proved the point already. Now you have heard already for yourself, as we just read for Quran. Allah don't have a son, okay? Right now, let us start now the beheading, because this is the only reason your head is going to be off if you don't renounce this truth. You are a goner. John 16:2. They shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth service unto Yahuwah. When they are killing, they always shout Allah Kobaru. As they are killing you, they are shouting Allah Kobaru. Okay, this is the prophecy of the last days. So let's see how they are going to behead your head. So let's first of all check one thing. Okay, before we go into how they are going to cut off the head, whosoever that refused to convert to Islam, how they are going to take off their head. You know, Allah said is the greatest of all deceiver, okay? Now, they said Messiah was never crucified. That is what Allah is coming for, to take from you the Christendom, because you are a liar. He never died. He never was he buried. Neither did he raise it from the grave, okay? He is not the son of the Most High. We checked that one already. Allah don't have a son. Now, he never died. Let's watch that part. And you believe that he died, and I do also. So, Quran, here I am. Quran, Surah 4, verses 157 to 158 or so. Yeah, 58. And we make it a bit bigger. We are proving the wickedness of the Allah, the final abomination of desolation. That's what we are doing right here. He said they love not their life unto death. Revelation 12, I think 11 or 10. They overcame me by the blood of Mashiach, the blood of Yahuwah. Here I am, I read that they said in boast, we killed Jesus Christ, the son of Mary. I will read it how they put it over here, okay? I can't put my savior, my husband, Yahushua. I can't put his name in this filthy crap that I sent from the bottomless pit. Quran. It's the most dangerous book on earth. Okay, we killed Jesus Christ, the son of Mary, the messenger of Allah, but they killed him not, nor crucified him, but so it was made to appear to them. And those who different therein are full of doubt, with no certain knowledge, but only in conjunction to follow. For a shorting they killed him not, nay, Allah raised him up unto himself. And Allah, no, I don't want to praise Allah. I'm not his follower. Okay, so some commentary of Islam. The bread is what this scripture done for us. How Allah did it. Okay, let's get this word, a comment from from some of their commentary. Okay, now the standard Muslim interpretation of this Quran for 157 presents Allah as a deceiver. Where is it? Who tricks, excuse me. Okay. Allah disguised Judas and made him look like Jesus. And allowed Judas to be crucified. You see, this how Allah did it. That is why you and me believe today that Messiah, that Allah is the one that deceived us. He said me why he never died. He said of a shorty. He never died, but he deceived us. He said why he masquerade Judas to look like Jesus. And Judas goes to the cross, in that sent Jesus to heaven. In other words, for you and me to believe that Jesus died, Allah said, or Messiah died, Allah said he is the one who deceived you and me. He said for a shorty, he never died. He said he changed his appearance to look like, he changed Judas' appearance to look like you know, Jesus, or like Messiah, then now goes to the cross. This Allah to Sabiam. Okay, you see now. But Allah is coming out in this day and said that was a lie. He never died. Drop that belief. So let's go for that teaches. So we are here is so many, but I'm going to pick some and read. The teachings of Islam about jihadists. The final abomination of desolation. If you don't convert to Islam, this is what is going to happen. Remember what we just read in John 16 verses 2. It said a time cometh when someone will cut off your head. He will think that he is doing service to Yahuwah or to maybe Allah. I don't know what to say now. Quran 2, 191 to 93. And kill them wherever you found them, and turn them out from where they have turned you out. And the disbeliever, excuse me. Okay, excuse me. Yes, the disbeliever. He said, wherever you found them, kill them. Now, Army 2, Surah 2, 244. They fight in the cause of Allah, and know that Allah had heareth. No, it's okay. I just want to prove that fighting inside. That is all I'm after. Quran 2, 216. Fighting is prescribed for you. Okay, you hear that it said to fight you, unbeliever. It's prescribed for Islam. Quran Surah 3:54. As to those who reject faith, I will punish them. Okay, Allah is the one saying that. Quran 151. Soon shall we cast terror into the heart of the unbeliever. It's okay. Soon they will do that. Quran 4:74. Let those fight in the ways of Allah who sell the life of this world for other. Okay, just fight. Okay, he said you should fight the unbeliever. To Islam, Christian, you are unbeliever because you believe a lie. We read it already. Quran 4:76. Those who believe fight in the cause of Allah. Okay, we go for another one. Quran 4:89. But wise. Okay, no, I'm not gonna read that one. Okay, let me search for where he is. If you call your name Christian, you are going to see hell. Here I am. Quran 8:54, 55, 65. Excuse me. Quran Surah 8 verses 65. Oh, Muhammad, exhort the believers to fight. Encourage them. Okay, strengthen them to fight. Okay, Quran 9. There are so many, but I just want to pick the one I can. Quran Surah 9:29. Fight those who believe not in Allah nor the last day. Okay, you should fight those who don't believe in Allah or in the last days. How to believe in Allah? Messiah never died. Messiah don't have a father. He's a bastard. Don't have a father. Messiah was never buried, neither was he resurrected. That is how you need to believe Allah. And the Quran 9:30. And the Yahudim say Ezra is the son of. Okay, we read that one already. Quran on Surah 9:38 to 39. Oh yeah, who believe? What is matter with you? Yeah, is encouraging them to fight. Quran 9:41. Go forth. Okay, Quran 9:73. Oh, prophet, strive hard against the disbeliever. Okay, against the disbeliever. He said you should strive hard. Okay, Quran 9:88. But the messenger and those who believe with him strive and fight with their wealth and their person, for they are all good things, and it is they who will prosper. So there are some Muslims that don't go to war, but they invest their money in war. Some can invest their money, some can fight through their resources, and while some can also go in person. It is prescribed according to Allah. Quran 9:123. O you who believe, fight those of the unbeliever who are nigh to you, and let them find in you harshness. When Mahdi appeared now, This scripture, Quran, it will be fulfilled. Any Muslim around you, they are going to fight you. Cut off your hair or you become Islam. Quran 47, 3-4. Those who disbelieve follow falsehood, while those who believe follow the truth from their Allah. So when you meet fighting jihadi, when you meet them, fight them. That is jihadists, okay? Because they disbelief, which is me and you, the Christendom. So let's also take some from their hadith. This is Sahih Bukhari. It's so many. I just want to pick some here and take some over there. Sahih Bukhari 52:177. Allah's apostle said, the hour will not be established until you fight with the Yahudim and with the Christendom. Until you fight them. Until you fight with the Yahudim, yeah. And the stone behind which a Yahudim will be hiding will say, oh Muslim, there is a Yahudim hiding behind me, so kill him. Sahih Bukhari 52:256. The prophet was asked, okay, let me comment a little bit. He said, Muhammad said, the hour will not come at all until you fight. And that is the hour we are about to go now, okay? The prophet was asked whether it was permissible to attack the pagan. Okay, the pagan. Yeah, he said yes. Okay, that is okay. Sahih Bukhari 52:65. The prophet said, he who fights that Allah word should be a superior. Fight in Allah's. Because Muhammad word are the basic for offensive jihadists. You see, you have to fight. When you fight, you are superior. I missed some Quran. Why did it say kill and be killed? Okay, no problem. Sahih Bukhari 52:220. Allah's apostle said, I have been made victorious with terror fighting. Sahih Bukhari 52:44. A man came to Allah's apostle and said, instruct me as to such a dead as jihadist in reward. He replied, I do not find such a... Okay, this one is asking what jihadist is going. It's 72 virgin. Abu Dawood. Excuse me. Okay. Abu Dawood 250. Excuse me. Abu Dawood 25:27. The prophet said, striving in the path of Allah, jihadist, is prescribed on you along with every ruler. Every ruler. Okay, I think I'm going to stop it over here. There are more than hundreds of it, of which I won't be able to go through all. Okay, now, so you can also go and do your own research. So this is what they are going to do to you. Cut off your head, and they are going to be thinking they are doing service. You see the side already, Allah Kobaros. Family, this is what it is. Today is the feast of Hanukkah. What has been before, we will repeat history. Of course, we'll repeat himself again. Allah, he needs to simply make curse. He is coming to curse you again with things. So for you now to be on your guide, return back to the royal law and do what he's supposed to do. Follow what he says. Sunday is not in the Bible. Jesus is the translation. Everybody knows that. He is not his name. All this nonsense Christmas. We see where the first Orthodox Christmas we are being conducted right in the temple of Abayewo. It is an abomination of desolation. When they sacrifice pigs right in the altar of Yahuwah, exactly what we are facing right now these days. So return back to the royal law. That is the only remedy for Islam's dangers. Remember, Islam was being rejected as the first boss, so they were being cast out of the family. They are outcasts, and without hunger, they are coming against you. Okay, short, their progenitor was being rejected by our father Abraham. Abraham never chose Islam. He never chose Ishmael. He rejected you. So with that anger we see, he was being cast out of the family. How will you feel if you were the one, your father disowned you, send you out of the family? How will you feel? So that is the hunger they are, coming against. You see how that hunger is really moving powerfully in them because of the show what Allah don't have a son, because they don't have a father. They don't have a father at all. That is why Allah don't also have a son. Their father rejected them. That is why Allah don't have a son. So the only way for you to be delivered from their hunger, it is for you to return back to the real thing. That is the act of the covenant. Do it as Abba Yehovah commanded you. Do it as the royal law commanded you, and enter you and your family. That is the only divine protection. Christian people, I got a message from Jesus for you. Jesus said he abolished you fly into the sky. He promised you rapture. He said now he abolished it, no more rapture. You are going to convert to Islam. Okay? Allah said you are still provoking him. You are being a faithful servant unto him, but you still keeping this fact truth. No, he said you must pronounce it, okay? So that he might forgive you. Sahih Muslim 26:87. That is what Allah said for you. Family stay into it on the Shabbat. We have another mind-boggling. Like I said, faith. We are going to break it alphabet by alphabet.
Rema Santala, Rema Santala, Israel, Rebule Sandaba, Rema Santala, Rema, Santala Yahudi, Murakoshande, Ikorabaseke, Imaraba Santala, Ibaraba Santale, Ibaraba, Moshantalabo, Kurilabaseke, Mosundele Bayantarabao, Kurilaba, Yesekeya, Moribo Shantalabe, Kurilaba Yenderebo, Israel, Yehudi, Israel, Yahudi, Yehudim, Israel, Morodo Shantalaba, Seke ya burile kahantalabu ya antalabu, maraba seke ya kurile bahantalabu ya antalabu. You are not alone in this battlefield. You are not just alone in the battlefield. So stand strong, so stand strong. Yeah. So stand strong in the face of affliction, even unto death, even unto death, even unto death. Remain faithful, remain faithful, cause they are about to do it, cause they are about to do it. Morobo Sekeyaba, Ikoroboribo Shandala, they are about to do it. Urilaba Sekebo, Mo Santalabo, Ikorobo Shandalaba, the anti-Messiah, the anti-Meshiach, the soul-time Meshiach, Iborodo Santalababa, Ikorobo Sekeyabo, is about to stand in your face, but be faithful unto death. Iborobo Sekeyaba, Ikorilaba Hantalababo, Inorobo Sekeya, Shantalabebe, unto death. Iborodo Sundayaba Hinerekos Klima Hantalabu. Narakos Kilibaba Nerobo Shantalabebe, Yasrael. Yasrael. Israel. The crown of victory is yours. The crown of eternal life is yours. The crown of double glory is yours. Moshandalabe korilabantalabe. Morikos kribaba inarokos klibayan trebabaya. Ibaraba hekerebo hunnereba. Moskribaba ye. Yahweh is in the battlefield. Yahoshua is in the battlefield. Ruach HaKodesh is right in the battlefield. Oreboseke, Moreboseke, Bushantalaboreboseke, Nerebosei, Yasrael, Orilabasekelebo, oh, stand strong, hey, Moreboseke, Yahuwah is right in the temple. Yahuwah, Nereboske Yabayabao, Nereboske Rebobo, Shantalaba, Inorokos Karabaye, Norodosnele Mahan, Talabo Yazrael, Ikoroboskili Mahan, Reboske Yababa, Inorokos Karebo, Horoboske Rababa, Shantalabayabe. Shantalabayabe. So stand strong in the face of affliction. The Grutalabayabe. Shantalabayabe. So stand strong in the face of affliction. The greater exodus is about to take place. So stand strong in the face of affliction. For Yahuwah is right there for you.